Hey, what's going on, everybody? Since it's already nearing the end of January, in this video we're going to go over my anticipated to-be-read list for January and February. In the spirit of the 2018 Winter Olympic Games that are coming right up in Pyeongchang, South Korea, I decided that for some of my upcoming history books to read, that I should read up on some of the ancient Olympic Games. And to start things off, it will probably be Nigel Spivey's The Ancient Olympics. Up next is David Sansone's Greek Athletics and the Genesis of Sport, and this goes beyond just the Olympic Games and is sort of a historiography on how sports basically evolved over time in the Western world, and it looks pretty interesting, so I'd probably give it a read. Up next is The Naked Olympics by Tony Peritet, and this not only covers just the Olympic Games themselves, but also the general festivities for the Greek civilians as well. And to round off the books on the Olympics, we have a collection of essays titled The Archaeology of the Olympics. This one should be interesting as it covers not just the Olympics, but the other three Pan-Hellenic Games as well. These would be the Isthmian Games, the Nemean Games held at Corinth, and the Pythian Games held at the oracular site at Delphi. If I read 3 out of those 4, I'll probably be happy. Now, for the fantasy titles. I'm currently reading Sins of Empire by Brian McClellan, and this basically just shows how much of a noob I am when it comes to fantasy books. I'm enjoying it a lot, but apparently this is the first book in a trilogy that comes after the Powder Mage trilogy, which I probably should have read first, but oh well, too late for that. Probably get to it at some point. Next would be The Grimm Company by Luke Scull. I picked this book up because I've read the first book in the Chronicles of the Black Company, and I really enjoyed it a lot, and I was hoping this would be something like kind of in the same vein, but after looking at what others have said about it since I got it, I guess it's really not even really the same, but oh well, we'll see. For the next book, Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, I'm really excited to start reading. She's one of the authors that I've seen pop up like a bazillion times since starting my fantasy search, and I've heard almost nothing but great praise from all her trilogies in the Elderling realm, so I'm really looking forward to starting that in a little bit. And for the last book, if I get to it, is The Riddle Master of Head by Patricia Mckillip. And from one of my friends basically said this is like a classic from, I believe, the 70s, and I want to try and vary up classics and new books, so I thought I'd give this one a go. It sounded interesting, where I believe all I really know is that the king is something of a riddle master, and to me that just sounds really interesting, and I'm going to give it a shot. And there we are, my first TBR video. We'll just have to see how well I keep up with it, and until next time, read victoriously.